see how this plays out, and yeah, what notes Raiyihn has been taking to try and start to figure out the wall of projectiles and general mayhem that Pac-Man is able to unleash.
Do you see a lot of, I mean, obviously with such a huge viable cast, do we see a lot of like dual main or tri-maining around here? Is it usually...
Yeah, there's not a ton. Clune, who's here today, he plays Wario, Sonic, and Yoshi.
Nice.
But most folks, at least on the PR, mostly are going to be going their mains, and they've all got secondaries and characters that they work with. And maybe bring out from time to time, but for the most part, a lot of solo mains. JDV just getting started off here with a clean 50%. The Galaga combos coming in play, and yeah, Raiyihn trying to escape to the skies. Tossing them nades up, getting the kind of minefield started that Pac-Man, or that Snake likes to employ.
Yeah, both these characters are so good at forcing the opponent into really awkward positions where they can hopefully take advantage.
Yeah, it's very much about where are you right now relative to where you want to be, and knowing the tools that are on deck from your opponent to like take advantage of those things. So, you know, if Pac-Man has Bell in his hand, or like where is he at on his fruit charge? Yeah. How many nades does Snake have out on the field, and is he cooking anything? Yeah, and that apple.
What a crazy counter.
Yeah, the apple, you can toss that thing out, and it just, it's brutal. It's a really, really good kill option that kind of surprises you sometimes. And once Pac-Man gets the lead, like we see here, it's not that JDV is going to camp, because he's really, despite what the people say, not a camper, but he's just going to be able to play in a very comfortable position where you've got to go into him, and that's his game plan and how he wants to be playing.
Yeah, I mean, both of these characters have high potential to be campy, but they don't need to be played that way. It's just kind of the nature of their kid.
Yeah, well, certainly Snake got plenty of boxing tools and just a lot of good buttons in general. So you can definitely scrap Pac-Man as well. But right now...
Yeah, I mean, half of this guy's mileage has been out of his bear rather than...
Yeah. Well, you know what they say about Ultimate? Back air is the game. But they sometimes say, ooh.
Sometimes, oh my god, speak of the devil.
Speaking of the back air, and we were talking earlier off stream about the interactions with the water cannon, both players being forced off stage with that wind box, and JDV being able to capitalize there with the back air below the stage.
Ooh, goes for the tether grab, absolutely gets punished for it. We'll see if he can actually convert this into a stock, maybe bring it to 2-1. And as you know, one stock is not a lead. 2 stocks, however, that's quite a lead.
Yeah, well, and then,
there we go.
The up air. Definitely in Ultimate, the single stock lead can feel a little more daunting than, you know, in Melee, where sometimes fair. 2 stocks can just disappear.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially within the context of this matchup, a bit more of a slow and steady kind of approach, although there's plenty of explosive options for these characters to take stocks.
I was about to say, I don't think there's anything slow and steady about this Pac-Man gameplay, honestly. He's been going crazy with it.
Ooh.
How do you pronounce this snake's name?
Raiyihn.
Oh, yeah.
Just a weird spelling. All right, C4 on the platform, put it there. Always got to remember, where's the C4?
Did he just hit himself with it?
He in fact did, and he did in fact C4 himself, and I'm not up.
He used the exit option on that.
Yeah, decided to exit to the next game.
Yeah. How many legal stages are there in Ultimate right now?
7, 8. I can visualize them all, but I can visualize them all in our rule set, but I actually don't know off the cuff. I can't think of the number.
That's totally fair.
Someone in chat for sure knows. I know so little information for being a TO. It's kind of insane. All right, Hollow Bastion. Definitely a lot of. I generally like this counter pick. There's a lot with Snake.
Fair strain.
Yeah.
Getting
Those early
so much mileage out of that.
Yeah,
Nice.
7
7
stages.
stages.
Thank you, production. Yeah, the early percent fair train with Pac-Man is pretty lethal because, yeah, it does a decent chunk of damage and then sets you up off stage. Tossing his own nade back at him. Re-grab on the bell. And just look at how Pac-Man's able to control so much space. It's like you're afraid of being in front of him because the item throws frame 4 and unreactable.
Yeah, you're afraid of being under him because of the fire hydrant.
And then you're able to toss, like you see JDV doing, throw bell up onto the platform, and it's very active. So if you jump into it, you're getting stun locked there basically for pretty nasty punish.
Ooh, but Raiyihn traps him in the corner, gets him with a game of traps, like we said.
Yeah, up smash with Snake is one of the best ledge trapping tools for sure in the entire game. Just kind of a wait and see what are you going to do.
Got all 3 hits. Oh, but the roll on stage just absolutely calls out that down smash option.
Yeah, F smash from Snake is a crazy committal. I mean, it kills really early, but as you saw, you're able to get the roll in and the up smash because of how much lag that move has. Uh-oh, we're in trouble here. Snake able to escape with the up B, going to jump back on stage.
It feels like Pac-Man's getting so much more out of these early openings. Oh, but as I say that, another corner trap. And he's already out.
Oh, and interesting.
Yeah, that did not look like that should have gone his way.
Yeah, it's interesting how the damage trade on the item, it changes like ownership, so to speak, of the item. And JDV just miscalculating a little bit there on who actually had control. Looking from either side of a hydrant. Oftentimes how these matches can go.
I have so much respect for Pac-Man players' ability to just like pick the right tool, like out of the
repertoire.
Charge, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely a kind of like a more of a chess player, a chess type character where you're setting a lot of things up. A thinking man's character, one could say.
Yeah. It honestly feels like Steve should feel, in my opinion. Like a lot less broken.
Yeah, no, definitely. A lot of folks have...
A lot less boring to play against him.
Yeah, Steve, definitely don't have to deal with the wall of bricks. Just a wall of different types of projectiles that combo you to 60%. Especially Galaga with the regrab here. Looking for an opening.
Galaga alone, honestly. Kind of a crazy projectile.
It's pretty wild, and a lot of any Pac-Man kind of worth their salt is basically if they get you with Galaga, you're taking 60.
Right. Yeah, it almost feels like you would be happy with either just having Galaga, just having the apple, or just having the key. But because he gets all of them, like, it's kind of crazy sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you're putting
the bell.
Yeah, of course. They're all and that's the thing. Every item really pretty much does have its place, but you just got to be applying pressure and making sure Pac-Man doesn't always have the chance to constantly be charging up exactly what fruit they want to have online at any given moment. And right now, both of them playing incredibly cautiously because they're both definitely in kill percent. Raiyihn really not wanting to go down 2 games to 0 and having to try and go for the reverse
But the
3.
bell! Oh, that's exactly what you were talking about earlier.
See how long it was active there? It controls that space. And, I mean, it's not even...
Just toss it up on the platform, wait for him to hit it.
And we're not even talking about frames at that point. Like, I mean, obviously there's a frame value, but, like, spell lasts for like a second and a half.
Several
or
seconds.
It's sitting there saying this is a no-go zone, and then sets you up perfectly for Pac-Man's very strong smash attacks.
Alright, that one looked a lot less dominant than the first. We'll see if Raiyihn can bring it back to a meaningful set.
And we
I
are
think
just
he can.
running.
This is pretty close.
Yeah, we're just running it back. Raiyihn just needing to be able to actually get his game plan started and not get hit by
His own grenades.
his own grenades and Galaga combos. Ooh, double F tilt, just a nice coverage across the stage.
Oh, hell yeah. Use the fire hydrant against him.
Setting the hydrant in. Not able to follow up on that pressure, though. That's the thing, is you'd think you'd want to try and follow up on having hydrant on your side to approach in, get something started. But all that being said, I mean, essentially even in that both characters are very much a kill percent.
This is looking a lot like that second game.
Ooh, looking for something clever here.
Whoa.
We know Pac-Man can get kills.
Going so deep. Both these characters can just get really far up there in the skybox.
Yeah,
for better or worse.
they both these characters have really, really good escape options. And
Crazy recovery, too.
Back throw, not often what we're seeing as a kill option from Pac-Man, especially against Snake, who is a heavy, heavy character. But we take what we can get, and it is evened up.
Yup, 0-0. Might as well just be a two-stock game. But, you know, doesn't play like that to Raiyihn, because this is his tournament. Oh, no, it's a winner's final, so he still has a chance after this, even if he chokes the Pac-Man.
And JDV just looking for his window, getting past the wall of mortars and grenades at the ledge. And that's another thing, is that if you're Snake and you're not capitalizing damage and stocks, frankly, on your ledge traps, it's going to be rough, because that's just one of the win cons, and you have plenty of tools to scrap and do damage on stage, but those have not been going Raiyihn's way.
It seems like everything Raiyihn's able to do here, JDV's been able to just take advantage of for the most part. I feel like Snake's been hit by almost as many explosions as Pac-Man has.
Yeah, certainly some self-exploding action. Not.
But then who's to say? I mean, Pac-Man's been hit by a good few tridents at this.
Yeah, we're essentially just even.
Hydrants at this point. Don't see the peach very often.
I think it's the orange.
Oh.
Yeah, just a nice little quick low damage guy. There's also a melon that moves really slow but hits like a truck. Like if you do get hit by it.
Yeah.
And sometimes those low moving projectiles really get you. Oh, and getting take off the top again. Up air. One of the options Pac-Man has to kill, but you gotta be at that 150, 160%.
Once again, he's just trying to set up these walls, but you know, even at 130, Pac-Man's just playing so tight. Not really letting him get in on anything. Oh, but he gets a grab. Can he capitalize?
Yeah.
Starting his ledge trap.
Oh, and mistimes the get-up attack there, and is going to get hit by a mortar.
Once again, back to an even game. Potentially last game of the set, but an even one nonetheless.
Ooh, I love that from Raiyihn. Looking for a Galaga combo of his own. And, you know, when you see players at high level, like, they've taken the time to try and figure out, like, even if they haven't practiced it in the lab, they have an idea of, if I catch Galaga, what am I doing with it? Was able to tack on a decent amount of damage there. Now just kind of doing the classic Snake B reverse grenade land, grenade cooking option that a lot of snakes will opt for when they want to play carefully. Just look for openings with cooked grenades.
The regular getup was a ballsy move there. Oh, the key almost got him on his own.
Yeah, key no joke.
Good parry.
Oh, ooh.
The bell didn't quite do it on its own. Raiyihn still with a chance. Oh, but the back air absolutely shreds the remainder of that stock.
And that's what I would call, you know, it was a fairly close 3-0. Now Raiyihn was in it the whole time. Just JDV managed to keep the pace.
At no
pace
point
of the match.
was that a stomp. Like part of the first game, it looked like very much JDV favored, but the second and third game was super close.
And the look on Ryan's face, I think I'm gonna just say I think that was just a misinput, like the C4 demolition on himself.
Oh yeah, that one's gotta hurt. But at the same time, as a snake main, you know, he's probably had it happen in every possible permutation at this point, you know?
100%.
Oh, this one was brutal.
We needed the dramatic Zack Snyder director effect. Everything half speed.
Maybe it's because it was on half